I'm Chris Erkley, and welcome to your Wednesday edition of the PE Crime Blotter. We are talking about Rickie Lee Fowler, the man on trial for the old fire that occurred back in 2003. I'm joined now by Press Enterprises' John Asbury. John, today Fowler himself, along with the jury, took a bit of a field trip out to the site of the old fire.
Right, and we tried to go, but the court said that there wasn't enough room at the site and that we might interview with the view of jurors, even though this was along Highway 18 and Old Waterman Canyon Road in the San Bernardino National Forest. What we're told happened this morning, though, is that jurors Fowler, the judge, and the attorneys visited several sites related to the old fire investigation from 10 years ago, including the site where the fire was started, a house that Fowler was staying at and was eventually kicked out of and was planning to rob, and then also a point where witnesses saw Fowler coming down the road in a white van shortly after the fire started and nearly collided with them.
Now, going out to the site like this, what do you think this does to the jury?
Right, and this is something that it's rare, but certainly not unheard of in these cases. A jury will go to a site to really capture the experience and, and the environment related to the scene that might not otherwise be caught in a courtroom. They'll be able to see for themselves exactly the vantage points of where a witness might have stood and how a prosecution's theory might pan out in terms of, in this case, Fowler being seen throwing a flare off the highway.
And what do you think it was that made the judge decide this was necessary?
Well, this is such a monumental case for this region. Burned over 1,000 homes and 90,000 acres, that perhaps the judge said that to really capture the scope of everything, the jurors needed to see it for themselves. Definitely adds some costs to the county in terms of transporting the jurors, and also a security risk in transporting Fowler. He remained chained in a van during the field trip, but then was able to exit unchained in front of the jury. Now, of course, security was on hand to make sure nothing happened, and as far as we've been told, everything went according to plan, and jurors returned to court on Wednesday afternoon.
And going forward now, what are we expecting in the trial?
Well, jurors returned today to hear a jailhouse interview with Fowler, where he talked about his involvement in the old fire. Now, the defense has been quick to point out that although Fowler has made several statements relating to himself at the fire, he has never admitted to actually starting the fire. He said that his accomplice, who is now deceased, was the actual person who threw the flare that set the mountain on fire, particularly burning near this home where they had a vengeance against a former friend.
All right, John, thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep us updated on any new developments in the Fowler trial. That does it for today's PE Crime Blotter. Be sure to keep it right here for the latest in the Rickie Lee Fowler trial.